got a special report for you today. What shook up the big island of Hawaii, our home base right here at Third Phase of Moon? Well, it was the volcano. Just 2 days ago, we felt the earthquake about 9:16 p.m. and then Mother Nature erupted over there at the Halemaumau crater, and we are doing the special report right now. We have with us the code searcher Jonathan, and we're going to be going over what's the implications in regards to this new eruption happening right now, including incredible UFO footage from Jaime Maussan out of Mexico. He wanted to share this incredible footage from the Colima volcano. So let's get it going right now. We have Jonathan right here on the Big Island. He's in close proximity to the volcano itself, and right now things are building up and people want to know what's going on. The caldera is filling up. Is there going to be a flashpoint of what's going to be coming in the near future? Jonathan, welcome to the show. What's going on over there? What's the updates?
That's right, Blake and Brent. Jonathan here. I was sitting at my desk, approximately 9:30 p.m. We felt the earthquake was a 4.4, and I quickly went to Facebook and went to Ikako Marzo's page to check out what was going on, because with the alignment with Jupiter and Saturn, there were some who were thinking there may be some earthquakes or eruptions worldwide. Little did I know it was going to happen here in our backyard. So 2 years ago, everyone knows Kilauea or Halemaumau had collapsed, and all of that lava went down rift to Leilani Estates. But here we are again 2 years later, and the caldera is filling up again. So after the initial earthquake, there were folks up at the rim taking pictures and looking at the caldera as 3 vents opened up and began to fill up the caldera there. The lake that was in there quickly boiled off. Many have seen the photographs of the bright orange cloud that's going around. That happened very quickly, and then the lava lake began to form. The last word I got is some 33 acres has already been covered, and we're looking at somewhere around 600 feet deep at the moment, and still going. So a tremendous amount of lava filling back up at Halemaumau. Is it possible we could see another event like we did 2 years ago? We'll have to see.
You know, that's incredible statistics there, because if you could imagine 33 acres, 600 feet deep of magma, and let me tell you, this is above the water table. This is how high is the volcano itself, the Halemaumau crater, from the ocean? Any proximity there, John?
I think it's more than 2,000 feet, somewhere around in that area, and that's an approximation. I'm not looking at any data, but I do believe it's no taller than 2,000 feet. But still, it's still above the ocean water line and the water table that's underground. Matter of fact, there was some who had concern about the water buildup in the bottom of the crater because of ferric explosions, which happened in, I believe, 1922 in another area of Kilauea, where the water reacted very violently with the lava, and there was an explosion. That didn't happen this time. It quickly vaporized and released an immense laze steam cloud. Laze is the steam cloud that has the hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acids in that cloud. It's very caustic. So that happened very quickly, and it seems like it's filling back up. This is where we were 2 years ago when we watched it collapse, and all that lava went somewhere. We later saw where it came up. It was Leilani. Don't know if that is going to be the situation again. Everyone seems to be excited about what's happening. The lava is a main attraction for Hawaii. This seems like a good thing with some of the people that are watching this. They're, been locked down. Now they're out and able to go see lava again.
You know, the implications behind this, it does seem like we're in the middle of round 2 now, because this caldera just 2 years ago was 90% smaller than what it is now. With the collapses and the undermining of the eruption 2 years ago, it's created a caldera that's 90% bigger. So therefore, 90% more of mass of lava in a capacity that will generate, in my opinion, a much bigger event if it were to escape the caldera itself. I'm not saying this will happen. You know, the caldera has been there for centuries. It's doing what it's doing right now. Hopefully it stays stable. What's your thoughts on that?
Right, and of course we're just speculating, but you're right. That amount of that volume of lava is immense. The last eruption that came down, it was millions of cubic feet of lava, and as you just said, it's 90% bigger. And if that fills up, we're talking about much more lava that we saw in the last eruption. This is a summit eruption. This is happening at the summit and not in a lower Puna area. So the dynamics are a little different than last time. We're talking about more area. So what does that mean underneath, right? Will this be so much weight that it kind of plunges downstream somewhere at a later date? We'll just have to wait and see, right? Everyone's on edge watching this thing.
Well, yes, this is what we're looking at, and we're looking at incredible imagery right now from the eruption as it's ongoing. But what's amazing to me is the ramifications, because like we're both agree on, this thing is 90% bigger. And if this thing disappears like the magma, like it did 2 years ago, Halemaumau kind of like petered out. Everybody's like, where did the lava go? And it basically went down towards the ocean. Gravity brought it down, and it popped up all over the Big Island, well, at the Leilani Estate. So is this going to happen once the caldera basically flushes its way down just due to the mass of the weight of the magma itself?
Right. It seems like physics at play here, right? With the mass that we have up high above the water line and established lava tubes underneath. There's definitely lava underneath. So it's a matter of how much pressure can it take, really, right? We'll have to see.
So we got Brent, and Brent's got some statements here. Here you go, Brent.
Yeah, I'm just thinking here, Leilani Estates, everything down there with the lava tubes that had this eruption two and a half years ago. I would imagine these lava tubes aren't as fluid. So if there is an event of some sort of flushing of Halemaumau, I think some of these tubes in Leilani would kind of be clogged. So what would happen with this kind of immense pressure, it would kind of, I would believe, burst out fissures in different parts of the Big Island, more in different regions.
So looking for a different route, in other words.
Yeah, and definitely a rupture because of the clogged arteries, because the lava has hardened up from the eruption yesterday. So these lava tubes have been filled up to a capacity, and therefore that's why we had these, fissures break out in Leilani Estate. So let's just hope it remains stable. But what we're looking at is, again, Mother Nature doing its work, and we live in paradise, and this is kind of the thing we got to live with. But what about the air quality right now? How's it over there? Because right now on our side of the island, it's pretty clear skies.
I think we're pretty clear here in Callao, but the problem area is going to be down south toward the Ka'u Desert and South Point, even wrapping around to Ocean View. From looking at radar, I didn't see any issues with Kona, but historically Kona has also suffered from the VOG in previous eruptions. So it looks like the VOG is back and is on the other side of the island, so that it's good for us on the east side here, but still it's down there. It's definitely something that the Civil Defense is concerned about. They did put out notifications for people to stay indoors until the ash cloud finished falling down, and then of course we're dealing with the VOG now. The fumes, this sulfuric and hydrochloric acids that are in lava are escaping now. These are gases that are measured by the USGS and monitored quite frequently, but it is blowing to the other side of the island. So right now we are in no immediate issues going on here on the east side.
It's good to hear. Yeah, definitely. And it depends on the winds and the trade winds over here. So it could be periodic in regards to the ash cloud and these, toxic gases that come out of these eruptions. Brent?
Yeah, absolutely. The air quality is a precious thing for our islands. We have the cleanest air at points and some of the dirtiest air when the volcano is erupting. And during these trade wind events, it could definitely affect all our islands at one point. But I wanted to ask you a question, Jonathan. I remember when we're volcano hunting and going in search with the hunt for lava, you're there with us, and you're recording these strange sounds that were coming from the ground there. That is just unfathomable what we're listening to. What have you heard anything strange? And I heard you even had a UFO experience a couple days ago.
And before we get to that, Jonathan, let's just listen to this incredible sound captured by Jonathan of bizarre sounds as the eruption was happening. Listen up. So that's some pretty amazing footage there, and the sounds were spectacular. So let me ask you, there's people that are speculating that there's these volcanic eruptions, and then there's UFO sightings. And apparently, just the other day, you witnessed some UFOs in the close proximity to the volcano. Tell us about this sighting. Go ahead.
We did, and what this is what's strange about this. I'm not a UFO guy, right? And it just so happened one of the brothers that is here with us on this property said, "Hey guys, you want to see a UFO?" I thought he was joking. We all come running, and sure enough, we saw a couple of lights in the sky about 1,500 feet that seemed to be changing colors, and you know, when they weren't hovering, it was moving rapidly. Now this is all new to me because I was never one that was big on UFOs, but I sure cannot explain what we were seeing. I, as a drone man, someone who flies drones, there's no way that this was a drone in the sky. It stayed there way too long. So there's no way that this could be a drone. It maxed out any kind of battery life time frame there, but also the movement was much more than what's capable of a drone. The movement was just way too rapid and too fast for a drone. I'm not able to explain what it is, so I'm at a loss here. But we definitely, it was 5 of us who watched this for more than 20 minutes. These two, it looked like stars at first. It looked like it was very far off until they moved. Then it was clear that they were much closer and about 1,500 feet up in the air and not thousands of miles away. It was very strange to see that. Of course, we're hearing more and more of these kind of things here on the islands. And you're right. The last time the eruption happened 2 years ago, if you recall, we were also seeing these orbs of light, these red lights and these blue lights and white lights that seem to be floating above the lava river. You guys remember that?
Absolutely. And, you know, there were not just 1 or 2 eyewitnesses, there were many eyewitnesses. And this is what's amazing too. And it's all kind of happening again. It's amazing as well as that you were able to witness this with 5 other people around you. So, you know, the activity is building up. We'll keep a close eye right here at Third Phase Moon. We're going to be in close touch with Jonathan from the Code Searcher in regards to this, and we're going to be supplying his original link in the description. He's going to be giving the daily updates in regards to this ongoing eruption that's happening right now, and it seems pretty stable. The Holly Mile crater, it's been designed, it's its own design, and hopefully it just sustains it and kind of cooperates. We don't want to see it get wild, but if it does, that's what Third Phase Moon's around for. We're going to be covering it. We're going to be getting into the Jaime Maussan submission that he wants to share with us right here at Third Phase Moon. But before I get to that, I want to thank Jonathan for joining us right here at Third Phase.
Anytime, you guys.
Hey, you be safe over there and keep your eyes on the skies. Have that camera ready. What's amazing is that recently, Jaime Maussan has reached out to Third Phase of Moon to collaborate. We're sharing UFO evidence from America, and he's sharing UFO evidence from Mexico, and we're looking at it right now. Incredible stuff. What's up with these volcanoes? Colima has the activity, but these videos are astonishing. We're looking at these lights that apparently love to be around volcanic activity, and this is amazing. Buckle up, everybody. This isn't going to be the only time that you're going to be seeing footage from Jaime Maussan out of Mexico. We're going to be collaborating for the foreseeable future. Brent, what's your thoughts on some of these images, these videos?
Yeah, it's excellent. And guess what? We're having UFO activity right during an eruption ourselves in Hawaii, and now Mexico. You know, it just, the activity there's it's incredible. It just keeps producing, and this is new footage that just came in from Mexico. And thanks, Jaime, for allowing us to share this right now. But what are these mysterious lights? What are we looking at? Could they be biological in nature, or possibly aliens coming down to use these volcanoes as kind of a gas station?
Yeah, that's the speculation. I'd imagine if you're from another planet and you wanted to visit Earth, some of the things you might want to see as a tourist is volcanic activity. It's definitely something to behold. But as we're looking at these images from Jaime and the incredible cameras that are being locked onto the volcano, these lights, they really don't indicate any kind of, you know, conventional aircraft. We don't see any FAA lights blinking on them, and they move super fast. They appear and then disappear. And to me, these things seem to have intelligence behind them as well. Sometimes they change directions without any rhyme whatsoever, but it's also incredible as the illumination these objects put out. They're very bright indeed, and what could it be is still a mystery to me. They're too large to be drones. They're too unconventional to be airplanes. I want to thank Jaime Maussan for sharing his incredible evidence to us right here at Third Phase Moon, and prepare for a lot more coming out of Mexico. It's incredible. Brent?
Yeah, we're just on Telemasoro TV. Last week, Jaime had a really nice introduction for the Latin America market, and really introduced how America has kind of a plethora of UFOs, and he loves this collaboration. We're so happy to work with Jaime. But wow, look at that UFO again. You can see it just get so close to Colima, and then we'll see this bright orb pop up next to it, and then take a look at this. It's incredible footage, Blake.
Yeah, we're looking at this orb of light. It almost seems to put out a smoke trail behind it, but what's incredible in this wide shot as we're looking at it, and this was just captured about 10 days ago, but what's really bizarre is these other lights start to appear around the event as this celestial event is happening, but then these craft come up out of nowhere. Is there a correlation? What's going on? And is there something in regards to these volcanoes that attract UFO activity? That's the big question. I want to thank everybody for joining us right here at Third Phase Moon. It's been my pleasure broadcasting from the Big Island of Hawaii on the most active volcano on the planet. We're going to be keeping you updated in regards to what's happening next right here at the Third Phase Moon base. And we've got a lot of UFO sightings for you coming up. And if you missed our Dr. Michael Sala interview that we put up yesterday, take a look at it. It's a mind bender. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody.